Hey, blessed, beautiful day, Grateful Gas family. Welcome into the Grateful Gas Sports Huddle. Y'all know what time it is. About to get directly to the daily verse before I get into the Sports Huddle rundown. It's the playoffs, ladies and gentlemen. The playoffs is here. Playoffs? Yes, sir. Playoffs is here, baby. Playoffs? What AI said? No, that's practice. Whatever, but you get the point. Let's do it, man. It's going down. I'm so excited. This is what we live for here in the NFL world. You know, it's playoff time. This is the time that matters. You know, nothing else really matters. The regular season is cool. You know, I love to see the Eagles fly around in the regular season, all that good stuff. But these are the games that matter. Win and go home, one and done. Or are you going to be man enough to put those cleats on, put those shoulder pads on, go out there and go dominate and help your team win playoff games to potentially get to the Super Bowl. That's what it's about. Pro Bowls and all pros and all that. That's cute. I don't really pay attention to it. It don't matter to me. The only bowls I pay attention to is the toilet bowl and the Super Bowl. That's all, baby. And that's all that matters. Toilet bowls and Super Bowls. So let's get it. Daily verse for the day of January 13th, 2024. That's the second time I've said 2023 this year on my podcast. I had to go and correct the one from January 7th. But today is January 13th, 2024. Thank you, Jehovah, for seeing the year 2024. Thank you, truly. Daily verse for the day of January 13th, 2024 derives from the book of Psalms, chapter 71, verse 23, and it states as follows. My lips will shout joyfully as I sing praises to you, for you have saved my life. Amen. Yes, you have, Jehovah. I thank you. It's truly thank you for allowing me to see this day, see this moment. I appreciate you, man. Just truly do. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, the Sports Huddle rundown is going to be epic today. Kicking it off with NFL playoff Super Wild Card weekend. Got some NFL news, NCAA football news, National Hockey League, NCAA men's and women's top 25 from Thursday through this weekend, and then NBA regular season. Also, before I get into the Sports Huddle today, on Thursday Sports Huddle, I came out with some information regarding the Memphis Grizzlies and Isaiah Thomas. I've come to realize, and after research and doing a little bit more digging, that information was false. It did come from a source that was big in the NBA, but that was a fake page. It was from Adam Wojcicki in ESPN. But like I said, after I did further research, I found out that there was a false page and that the information was just a rumor and nothing official has been put out. So I will keep updating information with the Memphis Grizzlies and who they're looking to replace for Ja Morant after he went out for the season with his season-ending shoulder injury. So I just wanted to clear the air with that Isaiah Thomas is not a part of the Memphis Grizzlies basketball team. So I just wanted to put that out there before I continue to go forth in the sports. So again, that's the information that I received. I later realized and later found out that was false. So I just wanted to clear the air on that. Moving directly into the Super Wild Card weekend, though, it kicks off today. We have two games kicking off today. I'm truly excited. We have the Cleveland Browns going up against the Houston Texans. The Houston Texans will be hosting their first playoff game in probably a long, long time. But the Browns are a 1.5 point favorite. I think the Browns are going to win too. I think the Browns defense is pretty dominant. Their front seven, Myles Garrett, those type of guys up there. Then their defensive backs, they have elite defensive backs. Them guys fly around. They're physical. They have high football IQ. And I think the Texans are a good team also, but I don't think they're built to beat the Browns. I think the Browns defense is going to dominate. I also think the Browns offense is going to make a lot of plays. With a veteran, with Joe Flacco at the lead of the offense, I think he's going to go out there and execute. And again, the Jim Schwartz defense is different. I'm an Eagles fan. I witnessed Jim Schwartz defense in Philly for a few years, and ultimately his defense helped us win a championship. And I definitely think, again, Jim Schwartz is going to have those guys flying around. He's going to blitz. He's going to have his front seven being real physical. He's going to have his guys in the back end flying around, trying to get the ball. Also, I think they're going to be looking to find a way to take the ball away from C.J. Stroud, who definitely had a great rookie year. He'll probably win Rookie Offensive Player of the Year But he definitely found a way to protect the ball all season. And I think the Browns are going to look to make that an emphasis of taking the ball away from C.J. Stroud in the Texas offense. So I'm taking the Browns in that game. I'll probably get a Browns, probably a 10-point win. And then later on tonight at 8 p.m. on Peacock, and again, if I didn't go over the time frame for the Browns and Texas game, the Browns and Texas games kick off today at 4:30 p.m. on NBC. And then later on tonight, we'll have the Kansas City Chiefs hosting the Miami Dolphins. It's crazy how the Miami Dolphins, kind of the similar fashion with the Eagles, they gave away their division lead, and now they got to go play a road game, and they got to go play a road game in some really harsh weather. It's supposed to be like 0 degrees or something like that for the game today in Kansas City with wind chills of negative temperatures. So it's definitely going to be a grueling game today. Actually, right now it's -4. It's going to be -4 degrees at game time. So definitely not Miami weather. Something they've been used to. I know they've probably played games on the road this year where it's been cold, things of that nature. But man, not -4 degrees weather for sure. And then with saying that, I'm definitely going to take the Chiefs. I'm going to take the Chiefs. I think it's just going to be very difficult for the Dolphins to come in and adapt to that environment during the game. But, it was definitely a thriller the last time the Dolphins were in a wild card spot last year. I forgot who they played. Oh, the Chargers. I think it was the Chargers they played. And it was a crazy, crazy game. It was a crazy, crazy game, back and forth, down to the wire. But the Dolphins end up losing it, and I think they'll lose again this year. The Chiefs are a 4.5-point favorite. Rightfully so. Again, I think it's going to be a lot of running. Even though the Chiefs, they are used to these type of elements, I think it's going to be a lot of running from both sides. And I think ultimately the Chiefs are they're gonna beat the Miami Dolphins just because of the weather. Like I said, I don't think the Dolphins are going to be able to really get acclimated to those elements and play high level football in that weather. So, but we shall see. Again, that game is tonight at 8 p.m. on Peacock. I don't have Peacock, so I won't be watching that. Then moving on to Sunday games. Super Wild Card will end on a Monday evening or Monday night. But for tomorrow games, that's Sunday at 1 p.m. on CBS. We have the Buffalo Bills hosting the Steelers, the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Bills will be hosting the Steelers on CBS at 1 p.m. tomorrow. The Bills are a 9.5-point favorite. I think I'm going to take the Bills also, even though I think the Steelers could beat the Bills. They went back to Mason Rudolph for the quarterback position. He's been playing pretty well for the last 2 games. But then the Steelers defense is kind of shaky. T.J. Watt still playing at a high. Oh, I think he got injured actually, so they'll be without T.J. Watt. He did get injured. I don't know if it was season ending, but he did get hurt, and yeah, he's out. So estimated return date is January 20th. So they most likely not going to be available unless they beat the Bills this weekend. But I doubt it. But I think the Bills is going to they're going to dominate. Being at home, probably another one of those games where it's going to be snowy, cold. Pretty sure it's going to be cold. 20 degrees, and it's going to be snowy. So, not the typical elements, even though in Pittsburgh it does get cold and snow up there. But, living in upstate New York, I can definitely tell you that though the weather up there is just different, man. It's just different. Even though Buffalo isn't as an upstate as Watertown and those type of places I've lived in, but man, it's definitely a different cold. So I'm going to take the Bills to win that game. And then later on Sunday at 4:30 p.m. in our afternoon game on Fox, we have the Cowboys hosting the Packers. I want to say the Cowboys going to win because I think they're a better team, but I think the Packers are a sneaky. Their defense has always been pretty stout against the Cowboys. They've always given the Cowboys a run for their money. So I think this is going to be a close game, but I think the Cowboys will pull it out by a couple points. I think they'll probably win by a field goal and take their victory into the divisional round. Excuse me. Then for Sunday Night Football, we have at 8 p.m. on NBC, we have the Lions hosting the Rams. I'm going to take the Lions to win. They are 3-point favorites. The Cowboys were 7-point favorites over the Packers, and I gave the Cowboys 3 points to win, and the Rams are The Lions are a 3-point favorite over the Rams. I'm going to get a Lions a 10-point favorite. I think the Lions are just an absolutely dominant team on both sides of the football. Got a lot of pieces back. Also, I think I'm looking forward to this matchup. Matthew Stafford going up against his old team in the Lions, and Jared Goff going up against his old team in the Rams. Jared Goff, he took the Rams to the Super Bowl. They lost. And then, Matthew Stafford took the Rams to the Super Bowl and won. So I think Jared Goff is definitely looking to, get some revenge in a way. Get some revenge in a way. Beat a team that he led for a lot of years, and they traded him, for Matthew Stafford, and now Jared Goff is leading his team to the Lions won their first ever. Their first NFC North titles in 30 years. And Jared Goff was the leader and the quarterback of that team to do that. So I definitely think he still has a lot of game in him. And I definitely think he's going to be a problem against the Rams. And their offense, they run the ball very well. They have 2,000-yard rushers, if I'm not mistaken. Let's find out. Excuse me. Yeah, David Montgomery has 1,015 yards, and I believe Jahmyr Gibbs has the same amount also. So let's find out. Well, not the same amount, but I think he has 1,000 rush. Nope, he has 945. So still almost two 1,000-yard rushers. So I think they're going to definitely be looking to run the ball very well against a pretty good front seven of the LA Rams. They have Aaron Donald. He's definitely a focus point going into any football team as they plan for the Rams defense. And then you have on the offensive side for the Rams, you have Nakua, he might actually win the offensive rookie of the year. He's been playing lights out too. It's going to probably be him and CJ Stroud going at it head to head for that award. Also with Cooper Kupp, those type of players over there on the Rams offensive side. So it's going to be a pretty good matchup. Even though the Lions have good wide receivers also. Amon St. Brown, the gentleman Williams out of Alabama, he has electric speed, that type of stuff. So I definitely think the Lions would take the victory by 10. Then moving on to Monday Night Football, my Philadelphia Eagles will be traveling down to the Buccaneers in Tampa. And I just think we're ready to really, turn it on. From what I've been hearing around the complex, from the NovaCare complex, the guys just have a lot of the intensity levels have been super high. Attention to detail has been super, super high. The energy has been flowing. The guys, I've been hearing messages that they've been looking forward to this point of the season all year to get to the playoffs, which is very reasonable. We fell short last year from the Super Bowl, but I think these guys are going to really turn it on, man. And contrary to belief, the injury from Jalen Hurts with his finger last week, even though he's been at practice all week, I think we're going to run the ball way more. I think we're going to have at least 35 run plays, caught in this game coming up. I think we're going to run the ball heavy. I think we're going to find different ways to run the ball. I think we're still going to get the pass game involved with A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, those type of players. But Dallas Goedert, obviously, I think Dallas Goedert is going to have a big game. I think we're going to get DeAndre Swift involved out of the backfield a lot with some underneath throws to the running back and just get him in space and let him do his thing. And I think our defense is going to really turn it up, man. I think having Darius Slay in that back end is going to really allow those young players, allow those people who, Vontae Maddox has been out he's been in the last couple of weeks, but he's been out all season. So I think he's definitely getting more comfortable in the defense. I think he's going to be flying around. I think James Bradbury is ready to really step up and really show the Eagles organization and the Eagles fan why we chose to sign him for 3 years again. Why we chose to back him and say, hey, we want James Bradbury back. He had a first dominant year as an Eagles player, and this year has been a big fall off. But I think he's going to definitely turn it up now that we're back in the playoffs, and it's a whole new season now, whole new mindset, and we're ready to dominate. Our O-line, we're ready to play mistake-free football. Defensive line, we're going to get sacks this playoff. We're going to get sacks. I'm telling you, we're going to be after it. we're going to be after it. I feel it, man. I feel it. I think the linebackers are going to be flying around. I think the Eagles is going to be a whole revamped team. We're going to look like the 10-1 team, the 10-0 team that we were earlier in this season. A 10-1 team, not 10-0 because we lost to the Jets, but we're going to be dominant, man. We're going to be a dominant team just like we are. I know we fell off in this back end the last, 35, 40 days of the season, but we're going to be different, man. We're going to be flying around. We're going to be going to play dominant football, and we're going to be ready to go make a playoff run like the way we thought all season long. We were leading the NFL, being the best team in the NFL for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, and that hasn't changed. We're still the best team in the NFL, and it's going to show this playoff run, and I'm excited to see these guys fly around. I'm proud of them, and I'm excited to see what we do against the Buccaneers on Monday night. So Monday Night Football will kick off at 8:15 p.m. on ABC, ESPN, or ESPN+. And the Philadelphia Eagles are a 3-point favorite. I think we're going to dominate. I think we're going to win by 17 to 20 points. And you heard it here first on the Grateful Guys Sports Huddle. That's just how I feel. I know they're feeling the same way, and we're going to get it. We're going to get into it. So fly, Eagles, fly. I'm looking forward to it. Moving on to NFL news. We had two hirings. Well, one hiring. I had breaking news last Thursday with Bill Belichick. He's no longer the head coach of the New England Patriots, but the New England Patriots have signed a new coach. He was an ex-linebacker under Bill Belichick, so his name is Gerard Mayo. Gerard Mayo is the new head coach of the New England Patriots, so I'm truly, truly proud of him. A black male is taking over the reins and being a successor to such a successful coach and successful man for the New England Patriots. So I'm just truly excited for him, and wishing him the best of luck as he goes in and make his own style and put his own name on the New England Patriots football team. So congratulations to Gerard Mayo. Also in the works right now, we have Antonio Pierce, who he was the interim head coach going into the last couple of weeks for the Raiders. He is right now the leading candidate to be the permanent head coach for the Raiders going forward until they have a new coach and that type of stuff. But he's looking to be the permanent head coach for the time being, and he's the lead candidate right now for the Las Vegas Raiders. So congratulations to him. And that's all I have, ladies and gentlemen, for the NFL Super Wildcard Weekend. Moving on to NCAA football news, breaking news out of Alabama. We had the gentleman, the head coach who just took the University of Washington Huskies to the college football playoffs and college football national championship for the first time. The head coach, what's his name? One moment. His name is Kalen DeBoer. He was the former head coach of the Washington Huskies. He's now the new head coach of Alabama Crimson Tide. So congratulations to him. These are his words. He said it was an opportunity of a lifetime. I can definitely believe that, seeing such success that Nick Saban had with that program and how they recruited well, and the name that has been put on the Alabama Crimson Tide, the significance that name holds in the football world. I think he's definitely going to be able to, still recruit well. He's a pretty high-level offensive-minded coach. Look how he did with Michael Penix Jr. and his Huskies football team to take them to their first ever college football playoff semifinals wins and college football championship game. But now that it's over, I definitely think those Washington players are pretty hurt because a lot of those guys probably came there their freshman year to play under this guy. He's already had a few players into the transfer portal ever since he has said he's going to be the new head coach of Alabama. So we shall see. Kind of bittersweet for me. I was looking forward to going into Alabama this year and beating Nick Saban in Alabama, but now I got to be looking forward to going into Alabama and beating this guy and his Alabama team. It's not, to me personally, me as a Georgia Bulldog fan, I don't have the same level of respect for Alabama. And not in a sense of I don't respect them as an organization, but I just looked at them different. Like, I just knew they were going to be prepared differently just because they was under Nick Saban. they've done this. He's coached at a high level and such a great coach for a long time that, I was just like, I know these guys will be ready to be, a dominant football team. But now, I know who we're going to be. I know Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart is elite. He's elite. He's been elite since we got there. And he learned from he learned from Nick Saban. He was a defensive coordinator for Nick Saban for a long time. And in that time frame, Nick Saban defense won championship. They played at high levels. And look how Kirby Smart has transitioned to his alma mater, which is the University of Georgia. And really, we rely on our defense, even though we've built, super powerful offenses. We've built super powerful offenses, but our emphasis has always been defense. And he was on the recruiting trail yesterday with him and some of his coaches. And I know we're going to continue to recruit high-level defensive players and high-level offensive players also. We like to have a balance, but I know our emphasis is definitely on defense, and I love that. I'm a defensive-minded coach also. I coach defense also, and I love defense. Defense wins championships, and that's a statement that I live by, and I think it's true. And I've been able to realize that as we won back-to-back national championships, as we've had winning seasons, as we won 29 straight games, that comes with defeated. That comes with having your offense scoring more points than their defense, and that comes with. That comes with our offense scoring more points than their offense, and that comes by our defense stopping them without, our defense not letting them score. So, definitely excited for them, and congratulations to the gentleman again, Kalen DeBoyer, for becoming the new head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Good luck to you on your endeavors, and as always, go Dogs. Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, to the National Hockey League. National Hockey League recap from Thursday through this weekend. From Thursday, we had the Sabres defeat the Senators 5-3. We had the Sharks defeat the Canadiens 3-2. We had the Oilers defeat the Red Wings in overtime 3-2. We had the Lightning defeat the Devils 4-3 in overtime. We had the Panthers defeat the Kings 3-2 in overtime. The Canucks defeated the Penguins 4-3 in overtime. The Kraken defeated the Capitals 4-1. The Hurricane defeated the Ducks 6-3. The Maple Leafs fell to the Islanders in overtimes 4-3. The Rangers fell to the Blues 5-2. The Jets defeated the Blackhawks 2-1. The Flames defeated the Coyotes 6-2. And the Golden Knights defeated the Bruins 2-1 in overtime. Had a lot of overtime games on Thursday. Getting closer and closer to All-Star Weekend. All-Star Weekend will be in February. All-Star voting ended yesterday for the National Hockey League. So if you was into the hockey league type of thing, All-Star voting ended yesterday. And again, the All-Star game will be in February. And I will have more information as we continue to go forth and get into the month of February. Let me try to go in here and find the exact day. I believe it was like the 12th or something. I don't remember. Let's see. Or, I don't know, maybe later than that. Maybe like the 17th or something. I don't know. It should be popping up here. I don't know, but I looked it up yesterday. I just couldn't recall the exact date for the All-Star game. It might even be in January. I might just be telling y'all stuff that, like I said, I don't recall the date, but I do recall that the voting ended on yesterday. It ended yesterday. So, excuse me. Let's find some news. Get the news going here. Hope everybody having a blessed day today. Just truly a great day just to have life. But, for us football lovers, it's awesome atmosphere, man. We love the playoffs. Again, it's what the whole season we wait for this moment. We wait for these moments right here, and it's going to be great. So I can't find the information right now, but I will have it. I will do more research, and I will have the accurate information as I continue to go forth on next Thursday Sports Huddle. Then for Friday games last night, the 12th of January recap, we had the Predators defeat the Stars 6-3, and we had the Flyers defeat the Wild in overtime 4-3. For today's games, kicking off at 1 p.m. on ABC, we have the Capitals hosting the Rangers, the Sabres hosting the Canucks, the Sharks going up against the Senators, the Panthers hosting the Devils, the Avalanche going up against the Maple Leafs, the Canadiens going up against the Oilers. Let me go back to the Maple Leafs Avalanche game. That game could be seen on National Hockey League Network at 7 p.m. Then moving on, we have the Reds hosting the Kings, the Ducks going up against the Lightning, the Penguins going up against the Hurricane, the Blue Jackets hosting the Krakens, the Jets hosting the Flyers, the Stars going up against the Blackhawks, the Blues hosting the Bruins, the Islanders going up against the Predators, the Wild hosting the Coyotes, and the Flames going up against the Golden Knights. For Sunday games, January 14th, we have the Rangers hosting the Capitals. That game could be seen tomorrow at 1 p.m. on the National Hockey League Network also. And then we have the Maple Leafs hosting the Red Wings. Moving on to the NCAA men's and women's top 25. Recap from Thursday games. Thursday, January 11th, 2024, we had number 15, Louisville defeat Pitt 74-44. Number 17, Ohio State defeated Rutgers 90-55. We had a top 25 ranked matchup. We had number 21, Florida State hosting number 20, North Carolina. Florida State defeated North Carolina 70-62. We had number 6, NC State hosting Virginia. NC State defeated Virginia 93-66. Number 18, Notre Dame defeated Boston College, dominated them by 50, 98-48. We had number 1, South Carolina going up against Missouri. South Carolina handled business 81-57 over Missouri. We had number 7, LSU hosting Texas A&M. LSU defeated Texas A&M 87-70. Number 11, Virginia Tech handled business against Miami. Virginia Tech defeated Miami 76-52. And we had number 16, Gonzaga defeat Santa Clara 87-49. Recap of last night's games, we had a top 20 ranked matchup. We had number 8, Stanford going up against number 19, Utah. Stanford defeated Utah 66-64. That was a pretty good game. And then we had number 5, Colorado hosting California, and Colorado defeated California 76-61. For today's games, we have a few top 25 ranked matchups kicking off today at noon on the Big 12 Network. We have number 24, West Virginia going up against UCF. We have number 4, Baylor going up against Iowa State. We have number 10, Texas going up against number 12, Kansas State at 2 p.m. today on ESPNU. Then we have number 13, UConn going up against St. John's. Number 25, UNLV going up against Air Force. We have number 16, Gonzaga hosting San Diego at 5 p.m. on ESPN+. We have a top 15 ranked matchup. We have number 3, Iowa hosting number 14, Indiana at 8 p.m. on Fox. And then we have number 23, Marquette hosting DePaul. For Sunday games, we have a few more top 25 ranked matchups. We have number 18, Notre Dame hosting Miami on the CW Network tomorrow on Sunday at noon. Then we have number 11, Virginia Tech going up against number 21, Florida State at 1 p.m. on ESPN. We have a top 10 ranked matchup. Number 5, Colorado will be hosting number 8, Stanford tomorrow at 2 p.m. on the Pac-12 Network. Then we have number 15, Louisville hosting Wake Forest. Number 19, Utah hosting California. Number 22, Creighton hosting Providence. Number 7, LSU going up against Auburn tomorrow at 3 p.m. on ESPN. Number 17, Ohio State hosting Michigan State. Number 20, North Carolina hosting Virginia. And we have a top 10 ranked matchup. We have number 9, USC hosting number 2, UCLA tomorrow afternoon at 5 p.m. Make sure y'all tune into the Thursday Sports Huddle to get updated information from Saturday and Sunday games all the way through Monday to Thursday games. Moving on to the NCAA men's top 25. NCAA men's top 25. I'm truly excited for the Georgia Bulldogs today. We have an opportunity to, solidify ourselves as one of the top teams in the country. We have a top-ranked team coming in to play us today. And in the SEC matchup, we're currently 2-0 in the SEC, 10-game win streak, and I know we're looking to continue to extend that win streak to 11 over a really dominant Tennessee team. So I'll get into that later. Then we had recap from Thursday games. January 11th, we had number 24 FAU skate by Tulane. They defeated Tulane by 1 point, 85-84. Then we had number 10 Illinois defeat Michigan State 71-68. We had an upset out of Gonzaga. We had number 23 Gonzaga fall to unranked Santa Clara 77-76. Moving on to today's games, again kicking off at noon today on ESPN2. We have my Georgia Bulldogs hosting number 5 Tennessee. Tennessee is an 8.5 point favorite. I think we're actually going to win by 8 points. So again, another opportunity for the Georgia Bulldogs to continue to have a dominant basketball season. We're currently 12-3. We're looking to extend our record to 11-game win streak and have a 13-3 record. And I'm definitely feeling if we beat number 5 Tennessee, we're definitely going to be at least in the top 15. That's my opinion. I think we definitely should be ranked already. But going into this stretch of playing ranked teams, I definitely think this will help our cause to be a ranked team in the AP polls. Then moving on, also at noon on ESPN at 12 p.m., we have number 7 North Carolina hosting Syracuse. We have number 15, Wisconsin, hosting Northwestern. Number 22, Creighton, hosting St. John's at 1 p.m. today on Fox. We have a top 10 ranked matchup. We have number 3, Kansas, hosting number 9, Oklahoma at 2 p.m. on a Big 12 network or ESPN+. We have number 6, Kentucky, going up against Texas A&M today at 2 p.m. on ESPN. Number 19, San Diego State, going up against New Mexico today at 2 p.m. on CBS. Number 1, Purdue, hosting Penn State. Number 20, Utah, going up against UNLV. Number 21, Clemson, hosting Boston College. Number 18, BYU, going up against UCF. Number 11, Duke, hosting Georgia Tech. Number 2, Houston, going up against TCU on ESPN this evening at 6 p.m. on ESPN. Then we had number 8, Arizona, going up against Washington State at 6 p.m. on the Pac-12 network. Number 16, Auburn will be hosting LSU at 6 p.m. on the SEC network. Number 25, Texas, going up against West Virginia. And then we have number 14, Baylor, hosting Cincinnati at 8 p.m. That'll be a pretty good game. Be on the lookout for an upset out of that game. Then on to Sunday games, we have number 4, UConn, hosting Georgetown tomorrow at noon on Fox. We have number 24, FAU, going up against UAB tomorrow at noon on ESPN+. Number 13, Memphis, going up against Wichita State tomorrow at 1 p.m. on ESPN2. And number 10, Illinois, hosting Maryland tomorrow at 2 p.m. on the Big Ten Network. So make sure y'all tune in to the Thursday Sports Huddle to get updated information and results from those games. To round out our to round out our Sports Huddle, I've been getting to the NBA recap for Thursday games. The first game in Paris this year, we had the Cavaliers defeat the Nets 111-102. We had the Bucks dominate the Celtics 135-102. We had the Thunder really dominate the Trailblazers. The Thunder won the game by the 5th largest victory of margin in NBA history. They defeated the Trailblazers by 62 points. The OKC Thunder defeated the Trailblazers on Thursday night, 139-77. Just truly, absolutely dominant game from the OKC basketball club. They definitely, their coach and this program this organization are definitely playing high level basketball right now. They've been on a lot of scrutiny, but they haven't let that affect their on court performances, and these guys have been playing high level basketball. Then moving on, we had the Mavericks defeat the Knicks 128-124, and the Suns defeated the Lakers 127-109. For Friday games recap, we had the Pacers defeat the Hawks 126-108. The 76ers defeated the Kings 112-93. The Rockets defeated the Pistons 112-110. The Heat defeated the Magic 99-96. The Warriors defeated the Bulls 140-131. The Clippers defeated the Grizzlies 128-119. The Timberwolves defeated the Trailblazers 116-93. The Spurs dominated the Hornets 135-99. The Jazz defeated the Raptors 145-113. And the Nuggets defeated the Pelicans 125-113. For today's games kicking off at 7:30 p.m. or at 7 p.m., we have the Celtics hosting the Rockets. We have the Hawks hosting the Wizards. We have the Grizzlies hosting the Knicks. The Bucks versus the Warriors on NBA TV tonight at 8 p.m. The Thunder hosting the Magic. The Mavericks hosting the Pelicans. The Spurs hosting the Bulls. And the Lakers going up against the Jazz. For Sunday games, we have the Nuggets hosting the Pacers. The Heat versus the Hornets. The Bucks versus the Kings. The Clippers going up against the Timberwolves. And we have the Trailblazers hosting the Suns. And Grateful Gab family, that's going to wrap up my Sports Huddle for the date of January 13th, 2024. Again, be on the lookout for some NFL Super Wildcard playoff games this weekend from today all the way to Monday night. I will have results from all these events and all these sports that have been going on over this weekend on this upcoming Thursday Sports Huddle. I definitely appreciate all y'all love and support. Make sure y'all follow me, like, comment, subscribe everywhere. Share my podcast if you enjoy it. Again, I definitely enjoy to be able to do this on a daily basis. Thank you, Jehovah, for life today. You give me the strength. You give me the courage. You give me a purpose to be able to come on here, speak your words, praise your name, keep your name on my lips, and give you praise because you did save my life, Jehovah, and I love you. And I thank you for everything you do and everything you've done. I thank you for your son, Jesus Christ. I thank you for my daughters. I thank you for my wife, and I thank you for my life, Lord. And I thank you. I just truly thank you. Infinite thanks. In Jesus' name, amen. Grateful Gab family, be blessed, be loved. And until next time, peace. Hey, more breaking news as well. I just seen a release from the Eagles injury report. A.J. Brown will not be available for our Monday Night Football game against the Buccaneers. So I expect Julio Jones, Quez Watkins, Alameda Zaccheaus, those type of individuals to step up and make big plays in the absence of A.J. Brown. And when we get this dub, sources are saying that he'll be available for next week divisional round. So we got to win this week, so he'll be available to suit up next week. So I just wanted to get that updated information on there because I know I spoke about A.J. Brown playing Monday, but reports have came out since I've gotten off the air that he won't be available. So I just wanted to put that out there. Be blessed. Love y'all. Fly, Eagles, fly. Another Sports Huddle update. The Buffalo Bills and Steelers games will be moved to Monday afternoon at 4:30 p.m. due to inclement weather. I guess it's going to be a bad snowstorm or something like that in the area for the Sunday game. So that game will be rescheduled. It has been rescheduled to 4:30 p.m. on Monday. So just another Sports Huddle update here. I'm trying to bring as much news as possible regarding the playoffs. So be blessed. Love y'all. Peace.